Colt Express just released its digital version for mobile and PC platforms, and we are here bringing you our review of it. Colt Express, of course, is the Western train heist-themed game that won the Spiel des Jahres a while back.
2015, was it?
I believe so. Which is pretty impressive in and of itself. And we got to play both the Steam version and I tried out the Android version. They're more or less exactly the same, so there's really nothing to go into the details of the differences.
Outside just regular screen size, but...
Screens are bigger, depending on your platform, or smaller. I don't know, you could have a huge phone or a tiny computer.
Little laptop screen.
Anyway, if you're not familiar with the game, everybody takes the role of a train robber and you're trying to get the most loot while avoiding the sheriff. And in the actual game, you have a 3D train board, which is kind of the gimmick of it, and you're actually moving your figures inside and on top of the train. And it's really a programming game. You're setting your actions in advance, and then everyone kind of does them at different times, but it's competitive. So how does this translate to the digital format? Would you like to start, or shall I?
I will start us off. I think it does it well. Like, the programming is pretty good in there. I mean, so to speak, laying the cards. I see where my guys are. Fun little animations for you guys going up the thing, going down, getting shot. When they get confused, when there's no loot to pick up and you accidentally played a loot card.
It is very animated. I would say compared to any other digital board game in my memory that I've played, this one is a much more... I'm trying to think of a better word than animated, but that's what it is. It feels like there's...
No, it's not just putting a piece down. You see the characters move, kick a door down, pull their gun out.
I would say more so than any other, if you didn't know this was a board game already, you could be fooled into thinking this was designed as a video game first.
Right.
Yeah, continue.
So, I mean, it's got Colt Express. I mean, we've talked about the game before when we played it. I mean, I don't think there's anything. I think the interesting thing to talk about is the story mode. Unlike in the regular game, which is just the board game for multiplayer, there's a single-player campaign, which actually you follow through the 6 characters, and actually each one has little submissions, like get the green gem in 3 turns or something along those lines, which actually unlock comic panels. So they actually wrote backstories for all their characters, which I'm like, that's actually a great idea. It's not just... Because one of the things for the digital versions we always comment on is, like, what we like is when there's, like, a puzzle. Like, how do you do this in 3 turns? How do you solve this without getting touched, or whatever the case may be? But they took that a step further, but like, let's do that, but let's give them a reasoning, like, because, it's this person's history or this person's personal goal.
Yeah, no, I thought that's definitely the selling point of the game for me, because they actually add not just puzzles. I mean, they are puzzles, but they're completely new mechanics. Some of them, like one of them was you can now shoot people off of the actual back of the train, and your goal was to force someone off the train. Another one had dynamite in it, which is, at least as far as I remember, not in the.
I mean,
I
don't know about the expansion.
You don't know about the expansion,
but I do feel this is really impressive for them to really put that extra little bit that's not in the game. Like, if there's any digital version, I think that we've reviewed, really that really supports owning both the physical and the digital, this is the one.
And those comics are kind of good.
Yeah. I mean,
also, first of all, I was kind of shocked. I don't believe there is an age rating for this game on Steam, but one of those comics dropped the F-bomb. I don't know if you saw that one.
No, I did not see that one.
But I was kind of taken aback by that, so that's interesting.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. Not even like the first panel for, I think it's Django's his name?
Yes.
I mean, pretty much just brings up the whole topic of racism.
There's a black character, and it's the Wild West game, and it's not it's the inherent in the design is nothing political or social or historical, but they don't shy away from it. They go right into the racism of the time, which is interesting.
I will say this: it's very interesting considering, seeing their comics and stuff. Right after I just watched, I don't know, there's a TV show called Adam Ruins Everything, in which he pretty much analyzes how whatever ideas about something were completely false, and he just did one on the Wild West, talking about how there are a lot of cowboys who were black or Mexican, and the Wild West was mostly founded by females who were prostitutes. Like, most towns sprung around those kind of, and it's just really interesting then to see this. I'm like, it's weird now.
It's more progressive than you'd think at first glance, perhaps. But then, aside from the story mode, of course, it has the classic and free play. There's also online play, which we didn't really get to try out too much. It's a little.
You need to find people.
Yeah, right now the game just came out. It's at least at the time of this review, so there's not a lot of people out there, it seems, and it's not really. There's not lobbies per se. You just have to go in and wait and hope somebody joins your game.
There seems to be something you can invite people in.
There was a chat room, and it tells you if people are online.
Yeah.
I could use a little refinement, I think.
It's a little thing, but I know, like, if there are achievements in here, and some actually unlock, like, different backgrounds from when you're riding the train and stuff. I didn't unlock any. Did you?
No, but I thought that was a really cool idea. I'm always happy with achievements and that kind of thing. I think that really helps.
Well, just even anything that lets you do a little fun reskinning, like, even if it's something like maybe you're going through more a town, or even, like, if you make a reference, like, it's just one that you go by, you see a DeLorean or something, you know.
Hey, because that was a thing
that was. So overall, it was a lot of fun, and definitely, if you enjoy Colt Express, it's definitely one to look into, because I think even if you can't get an online lobby right now, I think the bot match was perfectly fun.
Yeah, I haven't dug into it enough. From what I've seen other people say, there are complaints that the AI is a little dumb. I do think one big missed opportunity, there is no difficulty levels.
That is true.
There's no setting them to easy, medium, or
I will
hard.
say this, in the few games I played, I had one game when they were idiots, and then the next game they destroyed me.
Huh. So yeah, it could depend on, it could be luck of the draw, who knows. But yeah, other than those like quibbles, which I think over time they'll probably make amends to, specifically the online, and I'm sure also that the expansion that is currently out will eventually be there as DLC. It's $6.99 for whatever platform of your choice.
Which is a fantastic deal considering what the price of the physical version is.
Yeah, and I think it really does feel like they did more than just take the board game and translate it.
They didn't copy and paste. They actually gave you some incentive to buy it.
Which is cool. So you can find this on your device of choice, Apple, Google Play, whatever. We'll have links in the description. But if you want to try the real Colt Express with the fun physical train, you can find that at our website, rollforcrit.com, where we sell lots of other games and have more reviews of digital fun treats like this one. Otherwise, leave us a comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think, how you feel, how you're doing.
If you've played it, let us know your thoughts. If there's a story that you think that really you're very interested in, we'd love to hear it. You can respond, comment right down below, or you can hit us on Twitter at rollforcrit, or Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, all those things.
We're everywhere. But for now, I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this has been a Roll for Crit digital review.